Hi to everybody. In this video we are going to introduce the concepts of performing the four basic mathematical operations on paper. Um, so it is useful to know how to deal with bigger numbers when you do not have any electronic devices with you and you have got only paper and pen to perform the calculations. So we've got here the addition, the subtraction, the multiplication and the division, and in this video we are going to focus on the addition. For the other three operations, we will have additional videos. So let's state an example which you would like to calculate today. So let's take 5,789 plus 7,832. So this is the calculation that you are required to perform, and you have got only paper and pen to do that. Now before I show you how you could calculate these two numbers or add up these two numbers, I would like to give you first 5 hints to be aware of when you prepare yourself to do such a calculation. The first hint is, remember that such calculations are always done from the right to the left. You will see in a minute what I mean with that. The second hint is, align the numbers on the right hand side. So let me write this a little bit better, more clearly. So, and the third hint, which goes along with the second, is write the numbers one below the other. So these two, they go along. Actually, we'll see now what I mean with that. Then we have got two softer hints which can make your life quite easier. When you work, keep space. And the last one is, use, whenever possible, grid paper. As you can see, I have prepared here already grid paper. Why grid paper? Because this allows me to prepare myself the problem, or to write down the problem following the second and the third hint in a much cleaner way. So what I mean with that? I mean that the calculation is done from the right to the left, and I'm going to align the numbers at this corner here. Okay, so align the number from the right to the left. So I write down the first number, and you see that grid paper allows you to put one figure in one box, keep space, and write down the second number exactly one below the other, digit by digit, making sure that you start with the unit on the same column. So the 7,832. I put this number in here, keep space, keep here a line, and here my advice is to keep 2 lines of space and then draw the line which separates your future result with the problem. Now, before we start with the calculation, um, I would like to introduce a small concept which I call the concept of apples. And assume that you have got on one table 5 apples, okay? And on another table you've got 7 apples. And you're required to calculate the total of apples you have. So 5 plus 7 gives you 12 apples. And now, what does these 12 apples mean? So what does the 1 in here mean? What does the 2 mean? Remember that when you add up two figures, two one-digit figures to each other, and the figure is bigger than 10, then your result will have 2 digits. What does the 2 digits mean? It means that the first digit here, the 1, indicates you that you have got a parcel of 10 apples. Okay, so this is the 1, which indicates you this parcel here. And the 2 indicates that you have got 2 left spare apples. And this concept is what lies behind adding up two numbers on paper, digit by digit. Okay, so you start with the units, then you write down 2 plus 9 is equal to 11. And now you are going to write here down the result. But what does 11 mean? 11 means we've got one parcel of 10 and one spare unit. Okay. And so the technique is that you write down here the 1 for the units and here the 1 which is the parcel of 10. This is why you need space, so that you can make notes for yourself. Then you continue with the next column. So 1 plus 3 plus 8. 1 plus 3 plus 8 is equal to 12. And so you write down the 2, which are the spare units of tens, and the 1, which here indicates the parcel of 10, goes to the next column. Then you've got 1 plus 8 plus 7, so it's 9 plus 7, which is 16. So you write down the 6 in here, and you keep in mind that you have got one parcel of 10. 1 plus 7 plus 5 gives 8 plus 5 gives 13. So you write down the 3 in here, and you have a 1 which you need to keep for the next column. The original numbers were a bit smaller, so 1 plus 0 gives 1. You have got the result. Adding up two numbers without using any electronic devices and only using pen and grid paper. Thank you very much for your attention. In the next video we are going to show how to deal with the remaining 3 mathematical operations.